What's up, guys? It's time to get your draft on, and we're talking about Underdog here. Every Sunday night, that's how we roll. Now, of course, we're doing Underdog drafts constantly. I feel like I have to check every 5 minutes all my slow drafts to see when I'm on the clock next. So many choices here, but you know what? Best Ball Mania 5 is the big one. It's still out there, still plenty of time to enter. I think let's do that. How about get some more skin in the game there? Best Ball Mania 5. Are you up for another BBM 5, Chris?
I'm up for it. I gotta play catch up here, so let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Now, you guys know how this works. What's up, Ronnie? Already in there. We're doing BBM 5 today, and if you want to draft, well, you can try to get in there. We're gonna join. We're gonna count it down. If you want to jump in, last time I think we had some technical issues, but before that, we had one draft where there was 10 of the 12 spots were filled with endgame members like yourselves. Let's see if we can do something like that. At least get a couple of you guys in there. So get to your Underdog account, open your app, underdogfantasy.com. Now, for some weird reason, you don't have an Underdog account. You don't know what Underdog is. Well, I suggest you watch, but also make sure if you're signing up for the first time, use promo code ENDGAME, because if you sign up for Underdog and you use that code, you get a special free pick. They always have special picks, but you get an extra one for being an Endgame member. And then that deposit match offer, they give up to $250 in bonus cash. Check it out right now. All the details are there in the comments as well. So again, if you haven't tried Underdog yet, check it out. Those of you who are already on there, let's do this. Go Best Ball Mania 5 and 30 seconds per pick. We're going to do this live. So 3, 2, 1, enter.
Ooh, only one spot.
Wow. And we're full. Okay. Well, I know we got in the same one here. Let's see. I got the 3. You got the 5. That's it.
I don't think I've had 5 yet, so this will be interesting. I don't think I've had the 5 yet.
All right, let's see how this works. Got a couple of badges in here, some experienced users, very experienced users.
Yeah, no badge for me yet.
I was gonna say, man, I feel like I should have earned a badge a long time ago. I've got a lot of these drafts, but maybe the problem is I do too many slow drafts, or maybe the problem is all of these people have way more money to put into this than I do. I don't know. It's probably that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe, probably. All right. One thing I've been doing too, a lot of the recently they just opened up a couple of super flex drafts. They have I think the puppy but super flex. I think that's full now, and then they did the pug with super flex, which I also think is full. So I got into a few of those. I'm pretty happy with most of them the way it turned out.
All right, we're underway. So the nice thing about the 5, now that I look at it, it's like I'm either going to get Jefferson or Amon-Ra, like pretty much guaranteed.
Oh yeah. Got the cheetah. I'm pretty happy with that. Trevor made it in. Yeah. Very nice. What is up? Brian is in the house. Hey, been Brian.
What's up, Brian?
All right. So, now I had the 3. You got the 5. Terrence thing, he got Sun God at the 4. You think about that? You took Jefferson.
Sun God at the. Changed my mind. I mean, it's fine. It's right there. He's right there with Jefferson for me. So yeah, it's fine.
Here goes 6 overall. I mean, I'm not taking him over Jefferson, but obviously, if you're worried about, Jefferson missed time last year. Chase misses time, it seems, every year. Jefferson's got Sam Darnold. If you're really worried about that, I mean, I'm not, but I get it. I guess you feel like you have that higher floor. I don't know.
Yeah, look, I love Sun God this year. I've talked him up a bunch, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, in a vacuum, I'm obviously going Jefferson over Sun God, but I don't think it's ridiculous. I don't think, because once you get CeeDee Lamb, CMC, Tyreek Hill, I mean, you could talk me into. If we're talking about full PPR, you could talk me into Chase, Jefferson, or Amon-Ra for the next pick. So
Yeah,
maybe even Brees or Bijan, honestly.
well, true. I don't think it's absurd. Nothing wrong with it. All right. Let's see. So far, no surprises here. Now, the one thing, which is why you don't see very many surprises, not just these are all experienced drafters, but we do always talk about that the value angle of if you're taking a guy way before ADP that's turning. Does that matter in the first round if you're taking a guy who's like 6 versus 7 versus 4? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I'll say the only reason it would matter for me, like if you're going to do a ton of drafts, you don't want to end up with, like 20% Sun God and like 6% Chase and 6% Jefferson because you kept drafting Sun God over and over. Because if Jefferson or Chase ends up being incredible and Sun God gets hurt or something, you're going to really regret that you had 20%. So if you're doing a bunch of drafts, I typically just take the guy who's there for the most part, because it's like I'm going to get exposure to all of them, right? Because you're gonna in theory, you should get each pick 8.3% of the time, right? Now it doesn't always work that way. You may get one pick more and one pick less or whatever, but yeah, I'm typically not reaching in the first. But again, if Amon-Ra's ADP is 6 and Jefferson's 5, and you want to take Amon-Ra at 5, it's fine. It's fine.
Right. I don't think it matters unless, again, you're taking a guy, if it's a big reach, if you're taking someone who's typically a second round pick in the first, I know some people rookie crazy, Marvin Harrison. If you're taking Marvin Harrison at the 1-5,
well, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like, oh, it's only a difference of, 7 spots or something, but no, I'm not doing that.
I think that's my first Ayuk. I think it's the first time I've gotten Ayuk in one of these, actually.
Ayuk seems to be going earlier and earlier.
Wow, okay. Man, I still can't get behind Achane over Barkley even. Man, I don't know.
I was wondering. I'm looking, and it's like, did I filter? I swear, I thought I filtered to just receivers because all I see is orange. But no, all the running backs are just who are typically here are gone. Man. Okay. I don't like it, but I guess I'll do it. Yeah, Achane. Look, maybe he's a league winner and best ball. I get it. JSC, definitely all over it. Got bigger. Well, he got stronger, but look, dude is still what, 5'8" or something.
It's not even that. He's 180 pounds or whatever he is. 185, 187.
I like Achane. I just don't like him. Like 18 overall. That's it. That's just me.
Yeah, exactly. If you watched our you must-haves or must-avoid guys, I said Achane in the third. Give me that. Achane middle second. I don't think so. Achane. Oh, that is DH. DH, you are banned. Disrespecting Barry Sanders like that.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Barry Sanders. Achane is Barry Sanders. Like, I don't even know. Like, no, not even close. Even close.
No, I think he's got a lot to prove before that. Maybe in Madden he plays like Barry Sanders, but
I was actually going to go DK Metcalf here just because I haven't had him yet. But man, I feel like I have so much Kyron. I almost feel like I need to not draft Kyron. I'm gonna go Henry here because I don't think I've gotten Henry yet, and I feel like I'm getting Kyron in like every one of these drafts.
I got Henry as a league winner. I like that pick.
I can't. Kyron's still up, man. Yeah, I can't believe Kyron's fallen to the middle of the third.
The Blake Corum hype is taking over.
At this rate, I might get Kyron in the 4th. Might get Kyron on the way back. At the rate this is going.
Right. That's the other thing. There's some drafts. You really, if you do a lot of these, as we do, you see the difference. Like there was, I don't remember if it was last week. Remember there was one draft where Achane got taken like 12, 15 spots after ADP. He just fell a full round. Then you scoop him up. But you don't want to have to reach on a guy. Like you can take Kyron in this draft. You don't have to take him the next draft. You can avoid Achane in this draft, and he falls to you. You know what I mean? You have to. I don't know. I guess it's possible, but I don't understand playing best ball without doing multiple drafts.
Yeah, it comes down to I guess your finances and what you can afford. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what's nice. We're doing best ball Mania, but like an Underdog, you got the puppy. It's $5, right? And you can put instead of doing one entry into the Mania, you don't have to. You can do the small tournament. You put 5 different entries in there. So
we're legit about to see 4th round Kalen Williams. This is crazy. 4th round Kalen Williams. Wow.
He's still out there.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Finally. Wow, what value? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Every draft is different. I don't know. Do you think his ADP keeps falling?
I think so. I didn't think it could fall. I didn't think it could fall this far. Look, I know Kyron is not going to be as good as he was last year because A, Kyron is not an elite talent, and B, he was so good last year, ridiculously good last year. He's going to be worse. He just is. But I still think he's going to be very good. And I don't know. I like Blake Corum, but I don't think Blake Corum takes over that role without an injury. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's obviously Kyron's job to lose. I don't think it matters how much Sean McVay seems to like Corum and how well he does. It's not going to all of a sudden just, be given to Corum as a starting job or to 1A, 1B situation. I think it's still Kyron. He likes to roll with a guy, and that's his guy. And I think we have to assume the guy is still Kyron until something changes that. But oh man, Christian Kirk went. I thought Kirk would be there for me.
That's fine. I'll take the T discount here. I don't think I've gotten T Higgins yet either. Any of these drafts.
Okay. Decision time. I'm going to try. I'm going to see if this works.
Well, we won't know if it works for a few months.
Yeah, all right.
My homies.
I'm gonna see. I got 4 picks. Okay, let's see if I can get.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to do.
I think I can do it. Oh, Jacobs. Okay, look, here we go. Yeah,
there you go. It worked out.
All right, nice. I think Hollywood's ADP has climbed. I'm okay with it because I feel like this is where it should be anyways. This is about right for him. After this, the receivers are I feel a little overrated, overdrafted, I should say. So, and yeah, I'm happy with this Mahomes stack with Hollywood. But apparently I'm going 0 RB.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. No regrets.
I can't believe, I was really hoping to get Pacheco here. Pacheco in the 5th. What the heck is going on? Pacheco in the 5th round.
Yeah, that was the other Chief I considered, but yeah, you're one pick shy of getting him.
That would have been nice. Pacheco in the 5th.
Yeah. So you did get T. Higgins. Obviously, still up for debate how he's going to do. DH thing, he's gold. He's going to perform to get a big contract. I I don't know. I don't think anybody said he'll slack. My worry is not he's going to slack off. My worry is that, he gets banged up, then he's going to be sitting on the sideline. Extended time.
We'll see. I still like T.
Okay, now this is a take. I know you like Isaiah Pacheco. JSC really likes Isaiah Pacheco over JT.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if they're close. I think I talked about that I think I said that in the running backs we can't stop drafting. I said it wouldn't surprise me if Pacheco and JT have similar production by the end of the year. But I'm still going to always go with the guy because you got to like JT's situation too. I mean, it's like who else is like Trey Sermon's not taking touches from him. Evan Hull's not taking touches from him. And we know JT is an elite running back when he's healthy. We even saw that last year. When he was healthy, he was elite. Pacheco's a good running back, but I wouldn't call Pacheco elite. So I got to give JT the slight edge, but I do obviously really like Pacheco because I talk about him. It feels like every other video.
Yeah, and hey, that's okay. He's definitely a guy I'm drafting a lot of. I wouldn't draft him over JT, but I will say better value because you got to pull the trigger early on JT and Pacheco. I mean, I don't see him falling this far in redraft leagues, not nearly this far, but still definitely a couple rounds later than JT.
Yeah, if you told me like you can get JT early second or Pacheco mid fifth, or fifth, I'm just gonna take Pacheco. Give me the 3-round discount for sure. I don't think we're gonna see Pacheco in the fifth. Well, he doesn't even go in the fifth in a lot of best ball drafts. This is pretty rare, but
true.
I think when we get like late August and we get into redraft season, we're gonna see Pacheco like 3rd round, maybe even late 2nd. When all the running back drafters come out to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when the money's on the line and draft day comes for real, yeah, all the running backs get snatched up early.
Yep. People can't help themselves. Man, Rachaad White in the 6th. I mean, I know I'm a little down on White with the Bucky Irving draft pick, but I mean, still, Rachaad White in the 6th.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good value here. Man, I don't know what running backs are going to be left. I might have to go full-blown 0 RB pretty soon.
Yeah, especially if I get Kenneth Walker here.
Yeah. Lombardo, by the way, asking, is this PPR? No, this is half because Underdog competition. As far as I know, all of them, right? Underdogs always have PPR.
Yes, half PPR.
Well, there goes Kenneth Walker. Lance Smith asking Kenneth Walker. Yes, Kenneth Walker.
He's fine. I especially like Kenneth Walker more in this format where when he has those games where he doesn't score a touchdown and he only gets you like 8 to 10 points. Okay, maybe he still cracks your lineup as the RB2, but when he has those games where he scores like 2 touchdowns and goes off, it's really helpful in here. So I like him more in this format. I still like him even in a redraft if you're waiting on running back or if you do like an anchor RB. So maybe you do like Brees or Bijan or somebody like that early and then you wait and get Kenneth Walker as your RB2. That's fine.
Right. Not ideal as an RB1, but if you're waiting, then yes. I like Kenneth Walker too. I think he a little bit more value here in a half PPR league as well, and more value in a best ball than a redraft league as well. Okay, well, I don't love any of these running backs, and I don't want to reach. Do I just wait? I guess I just wait. Yeah.
Just do it. Just go. Let's go full 0. Full 0.
Got the tight end value. Yeah, I thought about this. If I took a running back, it would have been Mondre. But I think I'll be okay waiting. I think I can get a running back who's decent on the way back. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, I'm not super high on George Kittle, but I do like him in this format especially, and I think at this spot, this is too good a value.
Here you go. Man, you got my backfield. You got Derrick Henry, Kenneth Walker. Those are my guys. Stinger, what's up, Stinger? He says he got White. He's a fan of Rashad White. Over Pacheco, over Cook, over Jacobs, and Etienne.
Oh, man. Cook, maybe, but I'd probably still take Cook. I'd definitely take the other guys over White.
I'll take White over Jacobs personally, and it wouldn't shock me if he was more productive than Etienne, if Etienne gets his workload reduced a little bit. But yeah, I don't think I have him over all those guys. Okay, well, there goes Mondre, not a surprise. Jalen Warren. I think it'll be a little while. Well, actually, it won't be that much longer. Maybe I might have to settle for Zach Moss as my RB1. What are your thoughts on Zach Moss? Now, on the Bengals.
Certainly worth shots. Certainly worth shots. We know it's a good offense. I'm not completely sold on Zach Moss just because he looked decent last year. Because remember, before that, I mean, he's kind of just is what he is. But yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. It's fine. It's all right. It's hard to get excited about Zach Moss, and he's going to split time with Chase Brown. But yeah, I think he's serviceable. I really wish people would stop taking running backs.
Well,
you do not need a running back. You already have two.
I don't need one, but that's kind of what's on the board.
Dak is still out there.
Yeah, I don't have any Cowboys receivers. I'm not taking Dak.
Curtis Samuel is out there.
Yeah, he is.
Killing me.
Swift was the one I wanted.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get him anyways.
Man, this is a gross spot. All right, I'm just sorry. I'm just going to take the top running back on the board.
There you go. Zach Moss is yours. Let's see what this guy does. Of course. Man, why did everybody take a running back that round?
that round was all running. There's been all running backs, a QB, and a tight end. By the way, Kyler Murray, what a discount for Kyler Murray.
Am I really rolling with Raheem Mostert? That's the RB1. I guess so. Everybody.
There's still some good running backs.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to really...
Especially in this format.
This is why I don't mind doing ZRB and best ball. This is where you really get more shots at those breakout players, right? The guys like the Blake Corums and, okay. Good. Now nobody takes running back. Okay, so I didn't get James Conner. So now I'm hoping Trey Benson just takes the job.
There you go.
And this is the kind of build where I don't at least take the guys. I know you don't either. Like the Austin Ecklers, like the Zekes, like the very minimal upside type running backs.
Right. All right. I'm going to take my first share of Jaden Daniels for the stack with Terry.
Nice. Yeah, you know what? I don't even know if I have any Jaden Daniels because I feel like he's always getting drafted higher than I expect. His ADP has definitely gone up.
Yeah. His bye week is 14. Right, perfect.
So this. Yeah, he might be. I mean, really kind of depends on your opinion of Caleb Williams. I like Caleb Williams. I think he'll be good, but I mean, for fantasy, JD could definitely be the top one.
Yeah, just because of that rushing, but you can't discount Caleb Williams. I mean, with all those weapons around him.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta look at the context. Washington does have some weapons. More importantly, they got a new system, new coach. That's, I think, the most important. But I mean, both could be good. Feel pretty good about each. I think that's where it ends. So after that, I don't know that there's another rookie quarterback I really have a lot of trust in. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I like B-Rob getting taken late because I still think he's the lead back. I think he's getting the goal line work. And I think that offense will be good. I don't know if Eckler has the upside to be league winner. I mean, you think there's a possibility he gets rejuvenated in his limited touches and he's going to get there? You think he can still be like more hyper efficient, assuming he stays healthy?
No, I don't think we're going to see a hyper efficient Eckler, but would it be completely shot? I mean, this is the thing. Like, I did the video today, handcuff running backs, and somebody commented like, man, your videos are usually so good, but this is the worst list. Like, I'm not touching these I'm not touching these running backs. And I didn't comment back or anything, but in my head, I'm like, well, you probably would have said the same thing last year if I said like Kyron Williams, Zamir White, Devin Singletary, Chuba Hubbard, right? Who else? Zeke, right? Somebody took Brock Purdy. Who took Brock Purdy? Ah, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? Like, yeah, right now as we sit here, sure, these running backs, it seems like there's no way these running backs can be any good. But what do we see every year? Every year, running backs we don't expect have to get volume because of injuries, and then they're good. Why couldn't, if something happens to Brian Robinson, I think Austin Eckler is going to be the guy in Washington. He'll catch passes. Like I don't, if Brian Robinson stays healthy, then yeah, probably not a big ceiling for Eckler. But if B-Rob goes down, Eckler's going to be the guy.
Definitely.
That guy that took Brock Purdy, who does he have? Because I have Ayuk and Kittle. Does he have Debo? Oh, he has Debo. Okay, he has Debo. All right, he's forgiven.
Get to pass.
All right, so I'm probably going to go 3 QBs then.
One, two, three, four, five. Goddard, Schultz. I'm just going to be done at quarterback. Stack with Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Jerome Ford was there. Probably would have taken him. But I think quarterbacks, I feel like quarterbacks going a little bit earlier in this draft. So I didn't want to be left with like Baker Mayfield as my backup. Lombardo, we got a question. Who's this year's top handcuff?
Well, I literally just dropped this video today. I talked about like 14 guys. I mean, who would I say would be my top? Like if we're just talking, because I did talk about some guys that I think have value, like outside of just being like that, I think can have value, standalone value. I think my top handcuff has to be Zach Charbonnet, actually.
It's a good one. I mean, when you say handcuff,
maybe Blake,
about a guy who's clearly not the starter, but also not in a timeshare committee or anything. So a guy who really needs an injury, or something to happen to really step up, right? We can't say like, well, Mostert's a starter, Achane's a handcuff. Like, no, or vice versa. It has to be somebody who really needs the path to be cleared, right?
Yeah, I would say of the guys I put on the list, probably Charbonnet or Blake Corum, if we're just talking pure handcuff, because Charbonnet is a good running back. He can be a 3-down back. He's a very good pass catcher. So he's one of those guys. Like this is what I talk about. Like sometimes when there's like running backs going in the same area. Like if Zach Charbonnet, I'm not going to this doesn't happen, but if Zach Charbonnet had a season-ending injury in training camp, Kenneth Walker isn't suddenly going to catch a zillion passes. They're just somebody else is just going to be the pass catching back. But if Kenneth Walker has a season-ending injury in training camp, Zach Charbonnet is going to be the every down running back. He's going to be the first down, second down, and third down running back because he already is the third down running back, right? The pass catching guy, and he can handle that early down row. So he has that incredible upside where he could be like a true workhorse running back who's actually good, is young, is explosive. And then I think I got to say Blake Corum as well because he's in that Rams offense. And we know if Kyron goes down, he's going to get all the touches in that Rams offense. So those two are probably my top. We're just talking like pure handcuffs. Now, Charbonnet does give you a little bit of value because of the pass catching, but I mean, not a lot. Tyler Algier is interesting. My problem with Tyler Algier is he's such a plotter that it's like, yeah, he'll be decent. Like we saw with him as a rookie, like he'll be decent. He's certainly a handcuff, but I don't know. I don't know if he has the kind of upside that like Charbonnet or Corum would have if they became the guys. But I put him on the list. Obviously, he was on the list. So,
I mean, I think Corum kind of has to be at the top of the list there. We know he could do. So he's there. Maybe Kendre Miller if Alvin Kamara, something happens with him. We've seen him. He's a talented player. Didn't happen last year. Could happen this year.
Yeah, my only worry with Kendre Miller is I don't know how much of a pass catching role he'll have in the NFL. It's my only worry. Obviously, I like him. Yeah.
And then of course there's the Taysom Hill factor.
Yeah. Yes. Taysom Hill out here vulturing touchdowns. Let's go. I don't want too many 49ers. I don't think I've gotten any Leggett yet. I'm not really high on Leggett. So let's just take a share of him here.
Yeah, I think I have 0 Leggett. Pearsall out there, man. I'm tempted to get Pearsall right now, but I want to get my running back. I think I need running back. I don't consider Marshawn Lloyd a handcuff. I know some people will. I don't think that's how it's going to play out. But I guess if you want to say he's a handcuff, you think Jacobs is still a workhorse, he's probably top of my list. But I don't think that's how it's going to be because, oh man, I was really hoping I get Musgrave like where he actually gets drafted, but apparently not. And a guy I have could be the starter, of course, but who I have a ton of now is Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's definitely an interesting one. I don't know if I'm going to consider him a pure handcuff either because I think he will have a role. We'll see. We'll see. See, Chase Brown, we definitely like Chase Brown. But again, I don't feel like he's a pure handcuff. I feel like it's going to be a 1A, 1B with him and Zach Moss. So I don't really feel like he's a handcuff.
Yeah, no. They've already said it's going to be like a 1-2 punch with Zach Moss and Chase Brown. We know Brown's going to be involved every game. The Vidal one is interesting. I mean, I don't think we can say anybody there is going to be a bell cow because they're going to run the ball so much. They need multiple guys. And look, Gus Edwards and Kamani Vidal are very complementary. They're going to do very different things. Gus Edwards will not catch passes, but he will be the goal line back. That's just how it's going to be. Vidal could get some goal line touches, but also just think Gus is more of the between the 20s guy, but then also the short yardage back. Vidal is going to be more of the passing down back. I mean, it's going to be a mix there, but they both have value. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know that high on Marshawn Lloyd. I don't know if he's the next Eckler. Austin Eckler in his prime, kind of high. I mean, I like him, but
I'll tell you the guy. If you didn't watch the video today, I ended the video with him. He's one of my favorite. Oh my gosh, did Darnell Mooney just go? I was gonna get Darnell Mooney on the bring back. Are you kidding me? Who else is on the Atlanta Falcons? Rondell Moore? Rondell Moore? Is that who it is? It is, man. Okay. The guy I think is being just no one is even thinking about. Who I actually really liked as like a sleeper last year. He had a 17. He had like a 95th percentile target share in college, 85th percentile dominator score in college. Ran a 4.47. Is big enough to be a workhorse running back, and is really an injury away from being the guy because the only guy he's competing with is Trey Sermon, and that is Evan Hull, who has been completely forgotten, is, in my opinion, is the absolute direct handcuff to Jonathan Taylor. And if Jonathan Taylor gets banged up again and misses time, Evan Hull is going to get every touch in that backfield pretty much because Trey Sermon is awful. And we saw last year with Shane Steichen, whether it was Zach Moss or Jonathan Taylor, he's fine just having one guy out there getting all the work, right? The only time we really saw like more of a split is when JT was kind of working his way back, right? But once JT was fully healthy, he got all the work. Before JT was fully healthy, Zach Moss was getting like every single touch. So Evan Hull, I would not like Evan Hull, I think definitely has a ton of upside and is just not even being talked about by anybody except for us right now.
Yeah, I think you've got to think there's a lot of upside with the reserves in that Colts offense. I mean, Trey Sermon technically is the backup right now. That's what they're saying, but yeah, we've seen probably enough of Trey Sermon. We shouldn't fall for this, right?
I'm not buying that at all. Like, come on, this guy's been in the league for how long? And yeah.
All right, now let's get to what you're up right now.
Yeah, I know who I'm taking here. It's fine.
There you go. Can't get enough Rashad Bateman shares. Oh, are you kidding? Wan'Dale Robinson? Okay. All right, let's see. I'm good at quarterback. I think it's too early for tight end. I have too many Dolphins. Take a boring Patriot. Now, I was denied, speaking of tight end, TJ Hockenson just got taken. Back early in the stream, Devin Fritz asked if you think he's underrated at this point. Let me just say I was all ready to take him because I did get Tua in as my backup quarterback. Totally could have had the Hawk Tua team. Didn't do it.
Yeah, I think he's probably properly. I don't know. I'm probably not going to have any TJ Hockenson. I mean, we're talking about a guy probably won't even be on the field till mid-season. Remember, he tore his ACL in the playoff game, so in January. Probably won't even see him till mid-season, and now he's coming into an offense with either Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy as the quarterback, not Kirk Cousins. I don't know. I'm pretty good if I don't get any TJ Hockenson this year. I won't be sad about it.
Yeah, and I understand buying the dip, and in best ball you have less risk here, right? You don't have to sit and wait. You don't have to draft another tight end or whatever. But yeah, I just don't know. I am not taking Hockenson. I think I maybe grabbed him once because he fell enough, but give me a guy who I know is going to be out there. Yeah, I can't say he's underrated. Yes. Good question. Good question. All right, here, Justin Herbert. Which team will be a letdown for fantasy? And on the contrary, who will be good that wasn't? Okay, so we're talking disappointment, meaning a team that people expect will be at least good, if not excellent for fantasy, that will disappoint us. The team.
Wow. All right. Well, I was gonna say that I think the Panthers are gonna be good for fantasy this year. If by good for fantasy you mean like Bryce Young will actually be streamable, Deontay Johnson I think will be great, and I think once Jonathan Brooks takes over that backfield, he will be great. I think Dave Canales is gonna fix that offense. He fixed the Seattle offense with Geno Smith. He fixed the Tampa Bay offense with Baker Mayfield. Why can't he fix the Carolina offense with the number 1 pick? I don't think they're going to be the best, but I think people are going to be like, oh, wow, they actually have fantasy contributors. And I don't think people expect anybody on Carolina to contribute in fantasy. As far as the letdown, I mean, I kind of want to say the Falcons.
The Falcons.
Even though I did take Kirk Cousins, because I just feel like expectations are so high now, that I think Drake London will be good. I think Kyle Pitts will be good, but if they're not like incredible, I think people are going to be let down. So maybe them.
Wow, interesting. I didn't see that coming. I think I've got to be. Well, look, for the exact same reason I'm in on the Falcons and everybody else will be. I think the team to worry about is the Vikings because you really cannot overestimate the importance of that veteran quarterback. And even though technically Sam Darnold is a veteran, and that at some point they're going to give way to JJ McCarthy, who we don't know. Let's just be honest. We don't know exactly what he's going to do as a pro. He's probably the most polarizing QB prospect out there. I think it's going to be very inconsistent. They got a lot of good
You're on the clock,
there.
by the way. You're on the clock, by the way.
Yeah, I got to take a running back. Take a shot here. Yeah, I think the Vikings are going to underwhelm. People are going to see the struggle just having the guy who's been there and can sling it with Kirk Cousins. And yeah, I don't know. I think that would be my team. And then I don't know if you can disappoint more than they already did toward the end of last year, but after that fat contract, people are going to expect Trevor Lawrence to suddenly be a franchise quarterback. I just don't know if he's that.
Yeah, I don't think people are expecting a ton from them, though, are they?
Well, the Jags are expecting a lot out of him now, but
Well, yeah.
yeah, I don't know how that offense is better than it was last year.
We like Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy more?
I think Sam Darnold.
Do I need to draft? Actually, I'm going to go with another running back I talked about today. Today's video first. We'll see if he makes it back to me.
I will say this too. Yeah, I think the Bills could disappoint in certain respects. Josh Allen will still be a fantasy stud because he is. I like James Cook a lot. I like Dalton Kincaid, although I'm worried he's getting a little overdrafted now. Just the receivers are going to disappoint. So I sort of agree with that. And I've been saying this. Burrow, maybe a little overrated. Bengals feel like expectations are always still like from their Super Bowl season. It's getting farther in the past. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it clicks, but sometimes it doesn't. A lot of people just seem to not remember that the whole beginning of last season, Joe Burrow was terrible before he got hurt. So I don't know.
Yes, but he was injured. He got hurt in training camp, and remember there's a lot of talk like, why is he even playing?
Yeah.
So Bengals probably always a little overhyped, honestly, I feel like. I mean,
yeah.
I know I talked about when I did I think it was like my top 12 players, and I had Chase at like 6 or 7 or maybe 8. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're crazy. Chase is." I'm like, but show me like where Chase has like for a full season where Chase has been like just an absolute fantasy stud. Like he's had stretches of games, but he's all like I feel like I don't know. I feel like he hasn't. Not saying that he's a bad player. I think Chase is a great player, but I feel like he's a little over. If it's possible to be overrated, like to be that good, but still be a little overrated as far as like Jefferson has just been miles better than him. You know what I mean? But they are always ranked just like neck and neck.
Right. No, I totally get what you're saying.
Like Tyreek has been miles better than him, and they're always ranked like neck and neck.
Somebody just took my favorite tight end sleeper, although I probably don't need a tight end as much as I need a running back third time, but Jelani Woods. It's my guy.
Yeah, I kind of messed up. I should have gotten, instead of Troy Franklin, I probably should have just gotten Rondale Moore for the bring back. And now I'm wondering, do I need a 6th running back or a 3rd QB, or do I just grab Rondale Moore for the bring back here? Is Jaden Daniels and Kirk Cousins enough at QB? Probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I only have 5 running backs. I guess it's okay.
And there goes Tank.
I'm just going to grab Rondale Moore for the bring back. Should have grabbed him over Troy Franklin. Then got a running back here, but it's fine.
Well, seeing as how I went 0 RB, I should probably take another running back as opposed to a 3rd tight end.
How many running backs do you have?
I got 6.
Oh, all right. You made up for
it. Your guys out there, just grab. I thought you would grab Evan Hull and just take Evan Hull.
Well, see, that's the thing. I probably would have had I not. Or instead of taking Troy Franklin, I should have taken Rondale Moore, and then I could have ended the draft with CEH and Evan Hull or something like that. But I spaced. So,
all right. Well, it's done is done, and we're done with that draft. That was a pretty good one. I don't know. How do you feel? Let's take a look at the teams real quick. We're not going to break down every team, of course, like we do with the mocks, but let's look at this version of the Best Ball Mania 5 on Underdog. All right, so you, at quarterback, went with Jaden Daniels and Kirk Cousins. Got the pocket passer and the dual threat. You feel like you got enough weekly upside. You only need to go with 2, even though you waited till pick 101 to get your first quarterback.
Yeah, it's risky, but you know what? I mean, in this format, like I'm not playing. I'm not playing to advance to the playoffs. I'm playing to win. So sometimes you gotta get risky. It's risky for sure, but it's okay.
Yeah, I still almost always am going with 2 quarterbacks. Just in general, I mean, 18 picks. I'd rather take more shots at running back or receiver.
Right.
Derrick Henry, Kenneth Walker, Zach Moss, Javonte, CEH, only 5 running backs. Tell me about that.
Yeah, this is the mistake I think I made. Instead of taking Troy Franklin in round 16, I should have probably gone Rondell Moore for the stack with Cousins and the bring back in week 17 with Jaden Daniels. And then I could have gotten like another late round running back there. But I really wanted that bring back with the stack with Cousins with Rondell. So only 5 running backs, but again, I mean, like if Derrick Henry is a league winner and Kenneth Walker stays healthy, I might be okay with just those 2 guys.
Right. Yeah, there you go. This is the dangers of drafting and streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not on top of it. You got a lot of receivers, but Jefferson, Ayuk, T, Terry, AD, Mitchell, Leggett, Bateman, Franklin, and Rondell Moore. All right. Definitely good there. You like it?
Yeah, like I said, I think I would have just taken out Franklin, put Rondell Moore in there, and added another running back, but it's fine. It's fine.
And then Kittle. And then you only got Sin out there as the backup. So, yeah, very solid.
Yeah.
All right. Again, no preconceived plan here, but you take what the board gives you. And I took no running backs the first 6 rounds or 7 rounds, whatever it was. But I got Mahomes and Tua. I can't possibly be happy enough, except that I took 2 guys with the same bye week.
Yeah, that's all right, though.
All right, running back. My 0 RBs are Mostert, Benson, Chase, Brown, Marshawn Lloyd, Pierce, Rashawn Johnson, your guy Evan Hull. Is this a 0 RB running back room that you would like?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of guys here. Mostert, like we know he's going to be the lead back. I think Trey Benson can carve out a role. I think Brown will have a role. I think Lloyd will have a role. Pierce next man up if Mixon goes down. Look, if they really do trade Khalil Herbert, Rashawn Johnson as a path, but talked about Evan Hull. So yeah, if you're going to do 0 RB, this is it. Let's look at those wide receivers.
Just guys who give you a path, right? We have that shot. And then feel pretty set receiver. Yeah, Hollywood is my 4th. Deontay is my 5th. Pierce Hall is my 6th. And Douglas. So,
yeah, great there, of course.
Can't argue that. Anger Motten. All right.
All right, looks good.
All right, feel pretty good. Got some more exposure to some of these players. So going to get more of these done. We're going to do it again. You know we will next week, and we'll do another mock draft Wednesday on Sleeper. You guys want to draft with us, against us, you know what to do. Make sure that you hit not only the subscribe button, but also notifications so they're on as soon as we go live so you can jump in there with us. All right, if you haven't tried this yet, Underdog, and we did Best Ball Mania. Today we've done a few of those. We're going to do plenty more. They also have all sorts of contests. They got weekly winners, which gives you a chance to win every single week, even if you don't take home your whole league. You can still win prize every week. You got the Eliminator, and you got the Puppy version 2.0, which is only $5. So you can get in and do several drafts for not very much. And of course, when you do sign up for the first time, if you haven't already, make sure you use promo code ENDGAME because it gets you the deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. So you're basically playing with what they give you just to start out. So check all that out if you haven't already. All right, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.